Hello everyone, I'm Mom Roxanne and welcome to my YouTube channel. As an ESL teacher, I have observed that most of my students' struggles are on the correct usage of English words, grammar, and composition. Have you ever experienced being misunderstood because you were not able to say correctly or properly what you are supposed to say? Or you opted not to ask a question or not to say anything just because you don't know how? And then you start asking yourself, where do I begin?
Well, this happens not only to students but also to professionals sometimes. Hence, this lesson is the basics of English grammar, simplified, to help you start off with your writing activities. Technical writing, business correspondence, these seem abstract. But you're reading them everywhere. The toothpaste package that you read before brushing your teeth, the directions for use in shampoo bottles, ingredients, and short reminders in soap packages, nutrition facts and taglines and foods and beverages. Technical writing is literally everywhere. Now, let's take a look at this one. In a restaurant, the waiter told the ladies that the chef made an announcement and it says,
Ice cream is offered to ladies with nuts.
How do you think the ladies reacted to such offer? At home, a young girl was asked to call her grandmother for dinner and sent this message to the family group chat.
Let's eat, Grandma.
What do you think they had for dinner? These are just some examples of statements that are incorrectly stated and punctuated, which prove that passing across the right message can be challenging. The first part of this series of lectures on common grammatical errors in writing is a review on the subject-verb agreement. What we should always remember is that the subject and verb must agree in number and person. Look at this example. The manager talks to his employee who wants to launch a program. The subject of the sentence is the manager, and the verb is talks. Note that manager is singular. Therefore, we also use the verb talks in its singular form. A verb must always agree with its subject in number. A singular subject requires a singular verb. A plural subject requires a plural verb. Now, I am going to make use of simple or basic sentences to illustrate how the subject agrees with its verb. The boy kicks the ball. The subject in the sentence is the boy, and the verb is kicks. Boy is singular, kicks is singular. So that makes an agreement between the subject and the verb. Another example is the girls sing an anthem. The subject of the sentence is the girls. The verb is sing. The girls is plural, therefore, sing, which is the verb, is also plural. Now, if we go back to the first sentence, the manager talks to his employee who wants to launch a program. We will see how talks, the verb, agrees with the subject manager. Both of them are in the singular form. There are also what we call irregular sentences in English. Irregular sentences do not follow a predictable pattern. Sentences that begin with to be or to have or to do are examples of these. The number of subject and the verb should still agree in these conditions. To understand that better, we have here an example. An important part of my life has been the experience of cruising around the world and meeting good people. Take note that the subject in this sentence is an important part of my life. which is singular. Therefore, we have to make use of the singular form of the verb, which is has been. Let's try to study this sentence. My plans lately has been to go to a movie and to visit the park. Well, this sentence is incorrect. Why? Because my plans is plural. Therefore, we have to make use of have been, which is also plural. So the sentence should be like this. My plans lately have been to go to a movie and to visit the park. I have here another example. The two best things about a party was the food and the music. Well, that statement is incorrect. Why? Because the subject, the two best things about the party, is plural. Therefore, we have to make use of the plural form of the verb, like this. The two best things about the party were the food and the music. Compound subject requires plural verb, but when the compound subject joined by and is the same person, the verb is singular. Complete rest and balanced diet produces a healthy body. Well, that statement again is incorrect. Why? Because we have here a compound subject, complete rest and balanced diet. It requires plural verb. And it should be stated this way. Complete rest and balanced diet produce a healthy body. So, if we try to look at this sentence, to go to a movie and to visit the park has been my plans lately. Well, that is incorrect. Why? Because it is understood in this sentence that there is what we call a compound subject. There are two things that are being talked about in this sentence: to go to a movie and to visit the park. Therefore, it is correct to say to go to a movie and to visit the park have been my plans lately. Now, look at this example. That sentence is incorrect. Why? Because the vice president and co-owner is the same person. So we are only talking about one person here. So the proper way of saying that is the vice president and co-owner is approachable. In some sentences, the subject and verb may be separated by a phrase or clause, but the verb must still agree with the subject. The CEO, together with the stakeholders, sign an agreement today. I must say that statement is incorrect. Why? Because sign is plural and the CEO is singular. So there is no agreement between the subject and the verb. So it has to be stated like this. The CEO, together with the stakeholders, signs an agreement today. Signs, singular, the CEO, singular. So there is an agreement between the subject and the verb. Singular indefinite pronouns such as anyone, each, everyone, no one, and something take the singular verb. Everyone are invited in the dinner party. Of course, that is incorrect because it has to be stated like this. Everyone is invited for the dinner party. It is because everyone is a singular indefinite pronoun and therefore it should take the singular verb. A collective noun is a noun that identifies more than one person, place, or thing and treats those people, places, or things as a singular unit. Collective nouns require singular verbs. Orchestra is an example of a collective noun. The orchestra performed in the launching tonight. That is incorrect. Why? Because the orchestra, the subject, is singular. Perform, the verb, is plural. So it should be stated like this. The orchestra performs in the launching tonight. Performs is singular, which agrees with the subject. The orchestra, which is also singular. The manager entertains his clients who want to purchase big items. For sentences with relative pronouns, always consider its antecedent for agreement. So in this sentence, who is the relative pronoun? Now, want, which is the verb, should agree with the antecedent of the relative pronoun who. And the antecedent of the relative pronoun who in this sentence is clients. Now, since clients is plural, automatically our verb should also be plural. Another sentence like this one. He is one of the Filipino writers who fight against social injustices. Notice that the verb here is fight and the relative pronoun is who. The antecedent of the relative pronoun who is the word writers, which is plural. Therefore, the verb that we should be using in this sentence is also plural, which is fight.
That is our first part of this series on the basics of writing. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll get notified when I upload the rest of the parts of the series. Thank you so much. Please like and share. Goodbye.